morning and welcome to Positively Milwaukee. Most of us, thankfully, will never know what it's like to be homeless, but a Milwaukee couple is advocating on behalf of those without shelter. They're hoping to spread compassion for a group too often misunderstood. This is a story of love, survival, homelessness, and hope. But let's start with the love. Married couple Laura Marsh and John Hines met 15 years ago when both were homeless.
We go to St. Ben's to eat dinner, and I was with my best friend one day, and we were in there, and I've been telling all these people to leave me alone, the guys to get away from me and stuff like that. And John came in, and he was talking to his friend a few people ahead of me, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and it was like, BAM!
Both remember leaving toxic homes when they were younger.
I was a teenage runaway. I ran away to Los Angeles. We were living out in California. I ran away over 10 times. There was a lot of violence. My dad was beating my mom and beating us because I was trying to save her, and they were drinking a lot and doing a lot of drugs and stuff, and it just was a really negative environment.
Yeah, I'm really using a lot. I was using a lot. I stayed outside all my life. I'm about the only one that's still trying to get it together and try to make things happen, but I can't do it by myself.
And that meant a fight for survival. John was shot in the head while the two tried to score drugs.
And I heard the shot. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was sitting down on the sidewalk because I was tired. And he thought we had money. We were homeless. The bullet went right here in his face. And then to dig it out from behind his ear. And he's got a big scar right here from the brain surgery. He's got a plate right here. And a shunt in his head to drain spinal fluid out of his brain. He had 3 brain surgeries.
That violence was a warning shot. It was time to put an end to drugs and living outside.
That's what changed our lives for the better. That was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, God is awesome.
Because we've been off the streets ever since. Because we would still be out there doing the same thing, just sleeping outside, smoking crack, doing whatever we were doing and stuff like that. We would still be doing the same thing if he had not got shot. We would probably still be out there. So that was a blessing.
Just talk to God. We need as much as God we can have.
So you don't use drugs and you don't steal anymore?
No, we don't steal anymore.
No.
No, I'm too scared now. I'm old. Jail was all right when I was younger, but I'm too old for that now.
We're not still.
Today, the couple is drug-free and living in their own place. John even has a job.
He's working at Goodwill. He don't miss no days.
What is the most rewarding thing about having found not only a home, but a relationship that lasts 15 years?
Whoa.
Ever since we've been off the streets, our rent has been early or on time. We always pay our rent. If we don't pay nothing else, our rent is always paid because we really find it's a blessing to have a roof over our head. Our electricity went out one day, but it was raining outside. We're like, yeah, but we're in the house, so we can still make something to eat.
Before COVID, the couple opened up their home to others still on the streets.
It feels good, but a lot of times when people get off the streets, they want to take everybody with them. And that's what we were doing. We had about 20 to 30 people at a time sleeping in our house. We had to slow down because we're not really financially able to take care of everybody like that. But some people would steal stuff from us. We're missing a whole Christmas tree. I don't know where the Christmas tree went. I mean, a whole tree is gone. If people ask me, was it decorated when they took it? No, it was in the basement, but still. We used to steal everything in the world, so whenever it happened to us, it was just what we did to somebody else. So we had to just take it with a grain of salt.
And they admit the pandemic poses a few challenges.
We're at the point where we're staying together for the cat now. It's just for the cat. Yeah. We break up with each other every day, but we never leave the house. I'm leaving you and I'm leaving you, but we don't. We just go in the other room and watch TV in the other room. But we got TVs in every room, so we're fine. We can just ignore each other.
They have written 2 books hoping to give insight on the plight of the homeless, Living in the Shadows of Milwaukee and On the Trail.
We wrote the first book, Living in the Shadows of Milwaukee, when we were on the streets. We wrote that book. And then the second book we wrote when we were taking people into our house and stuff like that. So I followed a couple people's stories throughout the book. Being homeless, everybody has their own groups and stuff like that. And it's like, I got more help from homeless people than I ever did from my family. If you're sleeping outside, you can't just walk to the refrigerator and go get something to eat. You can't just go to the bathroom. Do you know how hard it is to go to the bathroom when you're homeless? Nobody will let you use their bathroom unless you buy something. What if you don't have the money? The jail turned me away at 1 o'clock in the morning and told me to find somewhere else to go. And I told them I don't want to live in your bathroom. I just want to use the bathroom.
Laura and John even give free speeches to groups and churches to raise awareness on homelessness.
I love talking to everybody if I can.
And a lot of people don't know if they should give $1 to somebody. They always ask me, should I give $1 to the panhandler? I think that you're giving it out of the kindness of your heart, so it's a blessing. You don't know what they're going to do with that dollar, and it's up to them what they do with that dollar. They got to talk to God about that. But if you want to give $1 to a homeless person, it might be their copay for their medicine. It might be something to eat. It might be a burger or something. You never know what you're giving to them.
Laura dreams of opening a shelter for people living outside. She knows mental issues play a big role.
I really want to deal with mentally disabled people and have somebody on site to deal with their issues, like counselors and nurses and stuff like that, to deal with their long-term issues. And then when they go into their own housing, they need to be retrained on how to live in a house, you know, how to cook, how to clean, how to pay bills. And somebody's got to stay with them for the duration. Otherwise, they're going to come right back to the shelter.
Both know what it's like to feel invisible.
I was sitting there crying one day and they just kept walking past me. Everybody deserves a chance. You know, we used to sit out there, people wouldn't even look at us. If you could just sit down and just talk with people and get to know their situation, because you really can't judge a person by just looking at them.
So today, with a new home, children and grandchildren they adore, there's a new purpose, pride, and hope for tomorrow. Despite minor clashes, their love is strong. Every day there's little moments that you want to, you might want to strangle each other.
I want to do it now.
You know what? You can see the love.
Yeah, I do love him. So much. I love him so much, too. We've been together through a lot.
Yeah.
Mwah. That's my baby. He still gives me lightning. Boom.
You just have to love their spirit and their sense of humor. Laura got an associate's degree from MATC in business management, and now she's hoping to take some psychology classes, and their books are available on Amazon. We have a link to that address at tmj4.com/links.